In a world where fame and fortune rule, few dare to walk away from the spotlight. But some celebrities did just that, not for scandal, failure, or burnout, but for something far more profound: faith. These stars turned their backs on Hollywood, choosing a path of devotion over red carpets and flashing cameras. Take Rick Moranis, the comedic genius behind Ghostbusters and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. At the peak of his career, tragedy struck. His wife and passed away in 1991. Left to raise two young children alone, Rick did what many wouldn't dare: he walked away. Hollywood lost a legend, but Rick found something greater: faith and fatherhood. For decades, he stayed out of the spotlight, making a rare return only recently in a commercial alongside Ryan Reynolds. And then there's Cat Stevens, the folk singer whose soulful voice defined the 1970s. But after a near-death experience in 1976, everything changed. A desperate prayer in the middle of the ocean led him to embrace Islam, leaving behind the fame that once defined him. Now known as Yusuf Islam, he still sings, but only in service of his faith. Chris Tucker, the quick-witted star of Rush Hour, had the world at his feet. But Hollywood's excess left him searching for meaning. He refused roles in raunchy comedies like Friday sequels, instead choosing a path of faith. Today, he still performs. His comedy is clean, his message clear. Faith comes first. For Kirk Cameron, the shift was just as dramatic. A teenage heartthrob on Growing Pains, he once had everything a young actor could dream of. But at 17, he had a revelation. From that moment, Hollywood took a back seat to his faith. His controversial views may have cost him mainstream appeal, but to Kirk, his calling is bigger than fame. Angus T. Jones was living every child actor's dream on 2.5 Men, until he realized the show clashed with his beliefs. Calling it filth, he walked away, leaving behind millions in pursuit of a higher purpose. And Stephen Baldwin? The Baldwin name is synonymous with Hollywood, but after September 11th, Stephen's world turned upside down. He abandoned fame, choosing faith and conservative radio over box office hits. Even in music, the pull of faith is undeniable. Montell Jordan had a chart-topping hit with This Is How We Do It, but when he felt a higher calling, he traded hip-hop for gospel and ministry. Then there's Dolores Hart, the woman who shared Elvis Presley's first on-screen kiss. Hollywood was at her feet, but something far greater called her name. She walked away from fame and became a nun, her story later inspiring the Oscar-nominated documentary God Is the Bigger Elvis. These aren't just stories of actors and musicians, they're stories of transformation, sacrifice, and belief. They chose faith over fortune, devotion over stardom. And while Hollywood moved on without them, they found something it could never offer: purpose. If this story moved you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's always more to uncover, and you won't want to miss it.